Hey guys, I know I've been radio silent for a while. That's what happens when I get injured. I tend to be really, really happy when I'm out and I'm moving, and the moment you make me stop, it's like existential crisis time. So it has now been 3 weeks since the injury. I am not fully recovered. My rib still hurts, but I am recovered enough that I am functional. Similar to last year, I've spent a bunch of time hiking out back behind my parents. That's where I am now, out in Canyon City, and just kind of seeing, okay, can I carry a pack? Can I move around on the rocks like I need? Can I get down on the ground and get up? Am I going to be able to sleep on a pad? All of that. As of about, I don't know, a couple of days ago, I felt like, okay, it's reasonable, I can go back. I just had a couple of other things to wrap up out here at my parents', and I am planning to head back tomorrow. The ironic thing is the foot thing that's been going on since Denver is actually worse than the ribs at the moment. I mean, I'm going to be noticing the ribs for a couple of more weeks at least, but I did get a lot of really sweet messages from people that were worried about me. I do really appreciate those. Like I said, I just don't feel the urge to do daily updates when I'm sitting around miserable, raring to go. I did not ever go to the doctor. I have had rib injuries before. I took a bad fall a number of years ago, the one that messed up my knee and had to get helicoptered off, and I actually broke a rib at the time. And when I went to the doctor at the time, it was pretty much worthless. He took an x-ray of the rib and went, yeah, it looks funny, took an x-ray of the knee. So I wasn't going to burn a bunch of money going to the doctor for something that felt relatively minor. I was pretty sure I didn't have like a shard of rib going into my lung or anything. Incidentally, I knew somebody who had a shard of rib go into their lung, and the doctor classified it as a minor lung puncture and said, yeah, we don't really do anything about that. It just kind of like works its way out. To which my response was, do not use the words minor and lung puncture in relation to me, please. But, that friend was a little more mellow than me. So tomorrow my parents will be giving me a ride back to trail. I will be dropped off sometime in the middle of the day, and then it is back to water cache. The amazing Bob Palin has actually gone and verified a bunch of the caches. Apparently there were a few chewed bottles, but I was just, super lucky me in getting the one cache that was actually completely chewed out. The weather is also going to be cooler. Instead of being in the mid-90s, it is going to be in the 60s, so 40s to 60s. So I'm buying cheese as I go back, and I can carry chocolate and stuff like that. I am looking forward to that, especially with the water carries, at least for a few weeks till it gets really, really painfully cold. The winter shoulder storms have also started. There has been some snow here and there, but not enough where I really have to worry. I'm not even going to bring an air mattress. I'm going to stick with my ground pad for a while here. Once I get back on trail, I have about 5 weeks, because on November 24th, that is when Jen is going to actually come and find me. She is going to fly into Colorado, grab my Jeep, drive back, grab me along the way, and then we're going to get some time together before we go back to Southern California and have to kick off the, wilderness class, me recertifying in wilderness first aid, that sort of thing. And more importantly, we are going on a dive trip over Christmas that she is super excited for. So if nothing else goes too wrong, 5 weeks should get me through Utah and into Nevada somewhere. I'm going to try and make it as far as I can. Obviously, with all the less than ideal things the last month or two, getting to San Francisco this year is not going to happen. It's a bummer, but I knew that was a long shot to begin with. I did pretty damn good, at least till I got into Colorado. So I'm just going to try and make it as far into Nevada as I can, and then next year, after I finish the Yukon, the plan will be to come back and finish it in the fall. And actually that'll work out, because I just noticed there were some closures out around like Tahoe area right now. Granted, who knows what next year will be. It could be a firestorm and I could be walking the side of the 80. But yeah, that's kind of the current state of things. I will be walking wounded, kind of always am this late in the game. I'm 3,500 plus miles from Delaware at this point. But I can manage. I've been walking on, painful feet for the last however many 100 miles, so I'm not going to let that stop me. I am really looking forward to getting back out. I am really looking forward to getting back to Utah. I am looking forward to being in the desert in the appropriate season. The desert during winter is great. The desert during, 90 plus degree heat. Of course, videos are probably going to be a little spotty again for a while, because I obviously ran through all the buffer with 3 weeks off. I would not expect any uploads until at least I get to Moab. That should be 4-ish days of reasonable hiking, what I think should be reasonable. And then I will do my best as usual. This area is getting pretty remote. I am planning out the haul after Hankville, and that's actually going to be a 140-mile food carry. So yeah, things are going to get sparse for a while, but I'll get them up when I can.